Evan, I'm sort of excited about sweater weather.
Yeah.
They call it that.
They do, and especially since we had a lot of hot weather over the past few weeks, I think a lot of people in our area are ready for some cooler conditions. We got a taste of that this weekend, finally returning to near normal temperatures by Friday and Saturday after being above average earlier in the week, but we still were warm and sunny across the region. We're still seeing some lingering sunshine outside, beautiful sunset, some people enjoying it there just within the last few hours. I was watching surfers enjoy a competition of some sorts out there with our nice clear conditions, but a low pressure system is on its way towards our area already, starting to push some cloud coverage towards the northern part of the state. Some rain coming to the up north area as well as early as tomorrow. We'll be tracking the system as it makes its way towards us and keeping you updated on our First Alert weather app. I'm not seeing any measurable rain amounts expected from this low pressure system, but we could see some misting or drizzle. Temperatures are going to be cooling quickly, and we'll also see those clouds hug some of our beach areas, including our coastal areas or cities like Santa Barbara. Temperatures are going to be making their way down to the low 70s by Wednesday and Thursday, even staying below average through Friday, but we will be warming up quickly. That cooler weather not going to be lasting long, peaking for about 3 days or so before we rise up to average conditions by this weekend. And there still is some lingering high pressure down to the south, so Southern California not going to be as impacted as Northern California from this system, but it is going to be making its way towards us within the next few days. So here's a closer look at our future track for this system. We see that rain coming right towards the northern part of the state by tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. We see some light showers just off the coast there, and then as those clouds start to make their way towards our area, we could see some impacts as early as Tuesday. Misting and drizzle will be possible when that marine layer is at its strongest, but those clouds are looking stronger on Wednesday and could linger through Thursday, but come Friday and into the weekend, we are looking nice and clear across our region, not seeing much impacts, and those temperatures will be warming up as that low pressure system loses its impact by the end of the work week. And we also have some dense cloud coverage and low level fog for the morning tomorrow. Santa Maria, Lompoc, Morro Bay, even Oxnard waking up to some dense fog, but we will be clearing out for most of the region in the afternoon, looking sunny in Santa Barbara, Santa Ynez, Ventura, but the northwest where that system is coming from may see the cooler and cloudy conditions a bit earlier than the southern part of our region. With those winds coming from that direction, they are actually looking gusty tomorrow in the afternoon. We're seeing some winds near 20 miles an hour, and with stronger winds from the north, that does create gusty sundowners around 30 miles an hour. We could see some wind advisories pop up for our area over the next few days because that low pressure system is not only expected to bring cooler conditions, cloud coverage, but also some gusty winds later in the week. Looking at our hour by hour planner for the start of the day tomorrow in Santa Maria, going back to school or work, cool in the 50s through 8 a.m., warming up to the low 70s by lunch tomorrow. Now looking at our highs for the region, starting in Santa Barbara County, 74 Carpinteria, still being warm in Santa Barbara, 79, and even in the low 80s for Isla Vista. 80s continuing into the Santa Ynez area, Lompoc tomorrow at 73, 74 in Guadalupe, San Luis Obispo 78, cooling out of the 90s for Paso Robles tomorrow, 75, right near average for Napomo. And in Ventura County, our coastline around 75 to 77, and a bit warmer in the interior, 95 towards Ojai. But looking ahead to our 7-day planner, we see those gloomy conditions coming for Santa Barbara by the middle of the week. And Santa Maria also seeing those temperatures cool down to below average, low 70s by Wednesday and Thursday. San Luis Obispo returning to the mid 70s by midweek, then warming back up to the high 70s and getting into the 80s even for the next upcoming weekend. San Ynez dropping down to the 70s as well. 5 cities cooling to the mid 60s. Lompoc staying in the 70s, and Ventura down to 71 by this Thursday. That's a look at your forecast.
All right, thank you. Up next, it's